brakes. All gas. Now watch me boss up. Blockchain's future, yeah, we stacking up the blocks while they sleeping on the tech. We be breaking all the locks. Started from the vision, now we running with precision. Oracle's automation, man, we changing the division. Multi-VM flex, ain't no stopping the ignition. Cross-chain communication, now we breaking competition. Super going rise, yeah, we climbing through the ranks. Supply locked tight, ain't no dumping in the banks. Taking L1 higher.
Sup, everybody. Welcome to episode 40 of the Sup. And on that note, the man who is fast approaching 40, this should technically be your birthday edition. Birthday on Sunday, right? It was 30?
36. But
36,
close. I'll take 34. I'll take 34.
Close.
And fast approaching 40 is for damn sure. What's the phrase, like aging like wine? I think is what some people would say.
You are indeed aging like a fine wine, my man.
My man, I am aging like milk, actually. So I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling good, feeling strong. But 40 is fast approaching. Thank you so much for all the birthday wishes, not only for you and the team, but my ex was ravaged, and Discord mentions were just amuck. Thank y'all so much for the love. It means a lot. Thank you.
Also, just a note to everyone watching, if they are like, why is James's screen so weird? The crack on my iPhone camera has got worse, and I didn't notice that until we went live today. So apologies, everyone. That is the reason. So for your birthday, Chase, you can get me a new iPhone. How about that, my man?
Yeah, it's on its way. I'll ship it tonight.
Super iPhone, bro.
I got you.
How many iPhones do we still have iPhones in the PBO store?
Well, we don't have the Zap shop open yet for PBO V2. We did give away some in PBO V1, so maybe there will be some in V2.
I got to make a plan.
Yeah, you better get going, brother. It's gonna be here before you know it.
Also, a big welcome to Hype. What's up, man? Co-founder of Supralend. Welcome to the show.
Hey, hi guys. Quite amazing. Feels quite amazing after a long time. We are talking. Hi to Chase and hi to James. And by the way, the video which you made for this session was quite amazing. Like full power packed, hyped up video, and that's like quite awesome to look after.
I did like the promo video, James. That was well shot, my man.
Yeah. I saw one comment where someone mentioned he forgot to take few breaths in between. And I was like,
I saw that too. That was actually don't want to dox too much because we always seem to dox that specific person. But I did mention to that person right back. I was like, "Yo, X and video content is all about short attention spans. You got to get through as much information as you possibly can." So I was just trying to race through. As
absolutely amazing one.
Well, it's good to have you back,
job.
Hype. I know it's been a couple of weeks. So it's the exact count is 14 weeks. You were on episode 25. So
wow.
It's been 14 episodes since. So it's really good to have you back. And can't wait to get into everything that's going on at Supralend, which we will get into shortly, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, dude, excited to have you back. And as you know, we always start these episodes with some community posts and a little bit of ecosystem news. So we're going to run through these quickly. That way we can get to the meat and potatoes of the episode. And I always like to tell our guests, if you have anything you would like to add on top of some of these posts, please feel free to come in. I don't want to feel like we're pushing you to the sidelines as we run through these.
Sure.
If
Absolutely.
you have anything you want to add, awesome. I love it. Well, feel free.
Shamelessly stop you guys if I want.
Yeah, exactly. I love it. Well, again, hello. Welcome to the Sup, everybody. Episode 40. I thought my notes it was episode 42. I think I'm just giving us more credit than we deserve because I just add one each week. So I guess this is finally episode 40. 40 weeks of the Sup is crazy. We haven't have we missed a week? Have we missed a week in 40 weeks?
No, we have not missed a week since we went live.
That's actually incredible. Even when we've had guests back out, we've just ran with the community episode. We have a lot of last minute fill-ins that just happen from last minute changes and in scheduling. So James, I want to give you a huge shout out. Napoon, y'all are both doing incredible. Without y'all, this whole ship sinks. So thank you to the community for being here, but also thank you to the team, all of the ecosystem partners that come on this show. Without y'all, this doesn't happen. And I really enjoy being able to do this every week. I know James does too. So thank y'all for being a part of it. And moving on. That's all the flowers you get from me today. Okay. First up, we'll start with some community posts. So this is Super Post. I haven't seen them before actually, and I'm pretty keen to picking up the community members, especially when they make some community-based accounts. So Super Post is a super community news account. Essentially, what they're going to be doing is posting their pulse on the super market, what Supra's doing. So go give them a follow. We always like to find accounts like these. Like I think we did the Indonesian super community last week. Either way, we always like to find these small community accounts, give them some love, go follow them, and stay what's up on the pulse on Supra, huh?
Yeah, pretty cool, huh? Super Pulse. So, guys, keep that up. Really love it. And don't want to see you fall off the bus because regular content ain't easy. So make sure that you keep on that content train. Next up is Crypto Roznama. Crypto Roznama has been a feature before, I think. There's so many of you guys that we put in here in our show each week that I may or may not forget if we have featured you. But I think we have. But obviously highlighting the big news that came out over the weekend that Supra had crossed 1 million wallets, which is just remarkable.
Active accounts.
Yeah.
Active
absolutely
accounts.
Incredible. The post reads Supra has officially crossed 1 million active accounts from a few early supporters to a million strong community. This is only the start. The growth is real. Hashtag Supra, hashtag crypto, Web3, tagging Supralabs, John and Josh as well, and a very cool little graphic there as well, which obviously we can't animate, but if you go check out the post, the animation's very, very cool.
Yep, love it. Active accounts, that's crazy. By the way, I want to give some love to some of our community members. We have K5, Super Saiyans, Super Daddy. Hello to all of y'all.
Don't read Super Daddy's one. Don't do it.
About Christmas. Okay, so I have to say it. So it's Super Daddy. Hello, my friend. By the way, he says December 25th is a Thursday. I expect the sup as per usual. So if we do miss one after, I guess it would be 50 something weeks at this point, it will be on Christmas, and I think that's fair. But maybe we hop on and just do like a 10-minute Christmas episode just to do it, to say that we did it. And then move on. Yeah. Either way, something to think about moving forward.
Also, remember though that if Christmas is a Thursday, that means New Year's Day is a Thursday as well.
Oh, is that true?
I think so.
Are they always on the same day?
It's 7 days later. So
I guess
if you're still not partying, then that'll be interesting.
We'll do it. We'll make it happen. We'll make it happen. Yeah. Next up is superheroes. We see them on the timeline all the time. Superheroes is highlighting the power of the super community here. So the post reads, "This is what community is all about. 90s Child 888 contributed his OG NFT in our 20 mint as a gift to the one and only rightful owner, Deviant Rays, who is also a very active and committed community member to Supra, honoring and representing one of our most respected Super Spartans, new PFP activated Deviant Rays. Supra Heroes United." So I always love seeing posts like this, especially in the NFT community. Essentially, somebody minted a NFT that was representative of one of the other community members, and he just gave it to him because he is the rightful owner. So shout out to Superheroes, shout out to 90s Child and Deviant Rays. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, very cool. Superheroes. All right, let's move on to ecosystem news, guys. And don't forget, keep making those posts. If you just mention the word Supra, I'll give you guys a little insight into how I choose the community posts every week. What we do is I literally just type in the word Supra, and then I go to advanced settings on X, and I just select the date from the day after our latest sup to the day before. So it's literally a 6-day period. If you've mentioned the word Supra, it will pop up. That's all you got to do. And if we deem it fitting, we will feature you guys in the sup. Okay.
And if you really want us to see it, just tag the shit out of me and James.
No, don't do that.
We'll
Don't
see
do that.
it.
Don't do that.
And we'll see it for sure.
Don't do that. Blow up our notifications.
Yeah, send him all the messages.
Yeah, I actually would prefer that. DMing is actually better because my notifications, man, when people tag me and then everyone replies to that specific post, your notifications just get destroyed. All right, let's move on to ecosystem news. What's going on in the Supra ecosystem? A lot at the moment.
Yes.
So what's first? Here we go. The first one is AI Garden. These guys are building something amazing, as you would have seen when they were on the SUP 2 weeks back. It is a world-generating NFT platform. In essence, no one has seen it. Sorry, I bit my tongue as I said that. In essence, basically, no one has built something like this before. We have never seen this in Web3. It is remarkable. And so they are about to launch. Their whitelist is now open. The post reads, something legendary is stirring in the Kaibutsu Chronicles. AI Garden launch is imminent. The whitelist is open. You can go check it out. There's a Google form there. The link is there. Real simple. AI Garden Art is the X handle. AI Garden Art, one word. Make sure you whitelist ASAP so that you're ready for the big launch day. It's going to be huge, man.
Yeah, this is the most exciting and unique NFT project that I've ever seen. If you've been on the SUP at all, you know that I've been in the NFT scene a very long time now. And this is the coolest one I've ever seen. The other, it just, in regards to how much you can do with an NFT that I've never seen done before, the creativity side for sure. And I think the best way to explain it, I think this is part of their bio. It says NFTs you can talk to, grow with. They remember the stories and conversations. They evolve with you. Their story, the lore and backstories evolve with it all. So essentially, you come up with an NFT that you essentially give the prompt to. It makes it in a certain themed art, and then this NFT grows with you. There's battles. I almost linked something that I shouldn't link yet. So anyways, go get whitelist so you can mint these. I submitted my whitelist already. I think I retweeted it as well, so you can go and find it on my page if it's easier for you to do that. It's also posted within Discord under Ecosystem News, and it's also posted on our Telegram as well under Ecosystem News. So go sign up for whitelist, go show them love. Like I said, one of the most exciting projects in general, and definitely the most exciting NFT project I've ever seen in the 8 years I've been around. Awesome. And then the next things up, we also did an AMA with Jay from Dexland Labs yesterday. If you want to go and check that out, please head to our subreddit, which is r/Supralabs. We're doing one of these once a week with ecosystem projects within Supra. So essentially, we do it at the same time as the SUP, but we usually the dates kind of vary just because people's schedules are so different. So what we do is we go and just have them join the Supra AMA on their own account, and then they just answer questions for an hour. So you can literally ask anything you want for an hour, and they're very receptive. They go and answer every single question. This was the third one that we've done. Kristara was last week. Dexland Labs was this week. So please go give it a read through. A lot of cool stuff was answered and asked there. He did have a little bit of an issue with his Reddit account halfway through. Reddit is awful as far as user experience most of the time, especially getting support when you have issues. But anyways, all the questions were answered by Jay, and he did a great job. So go learn more about what they got going on over there.
Yeah, and also just for those that don't know, here's a little FYI. Why do Reddit AMAs often get promoted with the guest holding a piece of paper and the details? Well, that all started because when Reddit got influencers and big name celebrities to do AMAs on Reddit, people didn't believe that it was like, Nicolas Cage was actually going to be doing the guy behind the keyboard, right? Or, Tom Cruise or whoever it might have been. They're like, yeah, right, whatever. Because obviously Reddit is a text-based platform. It's not like this where it's video. You can see or you can hear that it's actually the celebrity. So what they did was they introduced, hey, just get Tom Cruise to hold up a piece of paper saying that he is going to be the dude on Reddit. And that's where this little tradition has come from. And so I found that pretty interesting.
Yep, it is. Thank you for that little
I'm
insight there, pal.
I'm just a bucket full of information. Okay, what's next, Napoon? Take us on. Okay, this is a big one. Supralend missions have just dropped on Project Blastoff. So you have social missions, they've been activated. Mainnet missions are coming very, very soon. There's going to be top cadets getting bonuses and NFT whitelists. So if you are participating in PBO, you can now participate in Supralend's missions. Very, very exciting to have you guys on the show as well, Hype.
Yeah, we timed it out perfectly, right?
Perfect.
Yeah,
absolutely
on purpose.
Perfect.
Yes, so hey
Awesome.
guys, like quite excited. Our PBO just got launched, I guess, a few just an hour ago, I guess, and like quite crazy. The community's already been doing, following, joining our TG Discord, and feels quite exciting.
Awesome. Yeah, I love it. So, and by the way, get in there and get your zaps now. This season is not going to last forever. It's coming to a close sooner rather than later. I can't exactly tell you the dates, but we will be announcing that within the next probably coming weeks. So get in there, start getting your zaps now. You are going to want to have zaps for the shop. I am in charge of all the items that go into the zap shop. I'm going to put a bunch of cool stuff in there. So please get started, go interact with these ecosystems, go interact with these projects, learn about the projects, learn about why they're doing cool stuff or what they're doing and why it's cool. And then get some cool stuff at the end of the season. It's a win-win for you and all of us here at Supra. Somebody says, did you guys get the story on accidentally minting 300 trillion by PayPal? How is that even possible? Not sure I understand the reference. James, did you hear a story about that?
I did not hear about that.
Okay.
First time I'm seeing that as well.
I didn't either. I didn't know if it was like a NFT situation. Awesome.
Sounds like someone at PayPal accidentally minted put a whole bunch of zeros or something on the spreadsheet in the back end or something, and someone's account just had $300 trillion.
Send it over, PayPal.
Buy the entire world now.
Yeah. Next thing up is Ribbit Wallet. So the post reads, "Sup, Super Builders. We're excited to share that Ribbit Wallet SDK and browser extension are now live. You can plug Ribbit directly into your dApps for authentication, transactions, and asset interactions. They link the SDK, the extension for testing. Hop to their Discord if you have any questions or concern. And let's build the future of wallets together on Supralab. I'm a big fan of what they're doing over there at Ribbit. I mention them every time that they're on here on the show. So shout out to y'all. Y'all are always doing cool stuff. And big ups to the team over there at Ribbit Wallet."
Did you just try
Jamaican? I guess it was a Jamaican frog.
Ribbit? Is that what that was? I was like, is this man trying to ribbit right now?
It was a Jamaican frog. Okay.
I don't think they ain't going to be hiring you for influencer work. That's what I do know. All right. Next up, Atmos Protocol. We had Sid on the show last week. Atmos Protocol have just crossed $1 million in trading volume. Come on, baby. $1 million in trading volume. Absolutely love to see that. That's just one dApp on Supra, already hitting that big milestone, and they appreciate all the support from the community. So that was big news that came through on, I think the 12th of October was Sunday. So big news coming through in the early hours of Sunday morning. Very, very cool.
Yeah, and they're just getting started. They are just getting started, baby. And speaking of just getting started, big shout out to Solito Money. Some call it TVL. We call it 1 billion in Supra, thinking for itself. So huge shout out to Solito Money over there, just absolutely doing it. Napoon, what did you say? What is that? The total supply? Sorry, you mentioned
TVL?
5% of circulating supply.
Man, yeah. I mean, it's huge. It's insane.
Really is kind of crazy.
Man.
And they have 1 billion of it locked down.
Love it. Absolutely love it. So, all right, that wraps up ecosystem news for the week. Let's get liquid. We talk about getting liquid there with Solido and that 1 billion getting locked up. So it's pretty fitting that we now move on to talking all things liquidity with Hype. Hype, welcome again. We have said welcome. I was actually going to do this show downstairs indoors because the wind is horrendous, but because it's the liquidity show, we got a bit of rain coming through. I thought I'd keep with the theme. So that's what's happening here. It's raining, and it's raining liquidity as well. Hype, I want to start off with this, man. Like, obviously, Supra is a pretty fast growing ecosystem, and we've got a lot of dApps and protocols that we feature regularly on the show. So there's going to be a couple of people who may not have even heard about Supralend yet. They might have just come into the ecosystem, or they didn't catch the SUP 14 weeks ago. Just give us a quick reminder on what Supralend is building and what you guys are bringing to the Supra ecosystem.
Absolutely. So we at Supralend are building a liquidity portal for Supra Labs, wherein if we see, like you talked about Solido, Atmos, and other few dApps coming in, uh, all signs are getting towards like we make the DeFi great on Supra, and that's our only vision with what we are moving forward. Supralend essentially is a money market, but not just a kind of a money market. Here there would be here for sure you can lend and borrow your assets. Then again you would be able to do some and at a later stage we are also going to introduce few strategies, so with the help of which we are trying to build and create an entire DeFi suite on Supra. So I guess, yeah, that is a very brief and crisp description about what we are building on Supralend.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Y'all, I'm excited to learn more, like what's changed since you've been on the show last. I'm sure you have
Absolutely.
updates aplenty and a lot of,
Yeah.
maybe you got some alpha for me. And kind of speaking on that, maybe you've hinted at some big announcements coming from your team. Are you allowed to give us some alpha and kind of
Yeah,
what
sure.
is coming next from Superland?
Yes. So first of all, I'll tell you, like, where were we? Like, many people asked, where are we? Like, we were active, and then so we were. I'm telling you, we were maybe not active on socials, but we were constantly talking with the entire Supra team. We were in constant touch with John, Joshua, Jatin, because we are, as I see, like Supra Lab again since last episode. If you see, Supra Labs has announced so many new things, and that's why we are all catching up with like building on the back end, what all things to integrate, what all thing is important. So we are kind of ideating, brainstorming with the core Supra team, and trying to figure out what exactly can be done, and then what exactly we can launch. So yeah, many things changed. First of all, like we have kind of revamped our entire UI, made it more seamless, more bit like a more bit better from the previous ones, and that you would for sure see in few weeks on mainnet. Then there are many things which we have been talking with the team to implement on Supralend. It's integration of POEL, then I assets, then like cross chain assets transfer, and like multiple things like coming around. So all the things which, like, as Supra is like progressing with all the researches and all the builder and shipping energy, that's what we are catching up and trying to integrate on Supraland.
So what I want to know, Hype, is out of all those things that you've been building and working on over the last couple of weeks, what is, as a co-founder, what has been your favorite? Like, what's the favorite? I mean, there's so many different aspects and modules of what you're building there. What's been your favorite project to work on over the last couple of weeks?
So for favorites, I can speak on let's say two things first. First, let's talk about like POEL. When at first, when team basically reached out like what we are exactly building, so it was quite an exciting thing to know like something like this is kind of maybe our team is trying to do, and like trying to innovate and develop right from its core, so that it's better for the ecosystem to basically work on. And as we are gonna be bringing liquidity, we would be like here for to make the defi more rich on Supra. So as a point of view of from mine, like it really help us to basically get liquidity, attract more users, also attract liquidity from external ecosystem. So I guess POEL has been like kind of like a very exciting thing. And uh, and yeah, so I guess this was one thing. And other things which we are also like kind of looking to mostly like uh integrate is, yeah, like wherein we are focusing on attracting liquidity from outside ecosystem, where the I assets things comes into picture with POEL. So this was the entire packaging and the narrative which John, Jatin have mentioned us on various calls. They helped us to first of all learn and get familiar with it, and also like while building it. So yeah, this one has been a very interesting experience for me.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so, well, speaking of people like James mentioned at the top of this episode, there will be some people that have not heard about you before that are maybe new to the SUP even. We have somebody in the comments actually that says, "Hello, SUP team. First time catching y'all live. Doing an awesome job. Appreciate you. Keep it up. We're here every Thursday. Every Thursday at the same time. Come through 3 p.m. UTC. Thank you for being here for the first time. We appreciate your kind words. So maybe for somebody that is just hearing about Supralend at first, would you be able to give us a screen share of what Supralend is looking at this time, and maybe kind of just going through some of the functions within?
So screen share. So what I'll do contest net. Hello, am I audible? Am I audible?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
We can hear you, but we can't see your screen yet.
okay. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm audible,
Can you
right?
hear us? I don't think he.
Yes.
You
Yeah,
are audible.
we can hear
You
you.
are audible. Can you hear us, sir?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Absolutely. Just let me share my screen and.
Yeah, cool.
Mm, mm, mm.
By the way, James, I checked our trades from last week. All of them
Oh,
have
yeah?
been closed out. All of them have been closed out, by the way.
Great. So after that, but my short, man. Well, I mean, I opened a short, right, with ETH. That
Yeah,
thing should have been
yeah.
like, maybe it hit the take profit. That's what it should
I
have
think,
been.
maybe that's what it was. But I went and checked. I was like, oh, they're gone. Okay, here we go.
Yes. So like this is mostly on Supralend, and as of now, the money markets testnet is live. As I mentioned, like we would be integrating multiple things, wherein we would be trying to bridge and get different assets from other ecosystem. So this would be gonna be coming soon. The money markets would be the main thing which will go live with the mainnet, with all the integration with POEL, assets, and other few APIs integration which Supra team has asked us to do, and loops would be followed by it at a later stage of the product, when we would be ready to deploy yield strategies and stuff. So so yeah, like as I mentioned, like these are the like core products on which we have been building, and this is a very like a basic site, like which we deployed at the start, just to go ahead with the testnet, but to show like maybe while hopefully when we will connect again next, maybe after 2 weeks, I hope so, after 2 to 3 weeks whenever we'll connect, we would be I would be able to show you a new UI, with like what all like integrations we have done and what all things are ready for the Supra community to test on. So yeah, as of now, like that's how the Supralend looks like.
And are you able to take us through anything on testnet there?
Yes, I let me see if I am just
I mean, even if it would be backend, because I understand is it it's not active just yet, right?
yeah. Just a second, I'm sharing.
No worries, man.
Yes. Yeah. So here you go. So yeah, on testnet, what we have done is we have just attached a testnet faucet, and so this is a very minimal, a very simple, like a very scratchy UI, a very simple one. Like even to be honest, I don't like this. And if you see on the mainnet,
Hey,
it would
but it
just
works. But it works, man.
yeah, of course it works. So yeah, here you can like so all the new people maybe they don't know about Supralend. So here what you can do is just in like 2 to 3 steps, you can head out to testnet.supralend.xyz. You can go on testnet faucet, mint few tokens. Here are 3 tokens which we have listed. You can lend them, borrow them, play around with the platform, what it feels like, what it looks like, and eventually in the coming few weeks, like you would be able to like lend and borrow the real assets and earn some real world yields on top of it. So yeah, this is how the simple like the testnet main markets page looks like. So yeah, I guess that's it as of now.
Nice. All
um,
right. I gotta ask that that Supra APY is obviously the thing that's going to catch everyone's eye. When you hit mainnet, what do you think that figure is going to look like by the time you go live?
That's a
Give
very
give me an
that's a
estimate. Give me an
interesting
estimate.
question, by the way.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I can't talk about the numbers as of now.
NFA, NFA, DYOR. Okay, okay, I
Absolutely.
understand. But I tell you what, if you hit 66% on mainnet, bro, people are going to be flocking to your platform. That's all
So
I'm saying.
there
That's
is a
all I'm
reason why
saying.
we played in the UI, because we want to show them how rich Supra is. So you fucking need to
There you
come
go.
here and test the product, right?
I love it. I love it. I love it. Speaking of, and I saw this on your main page, and we were looking at your the website.
Yeah.
How easy will it be to automate yield loops?
Yes. So for yield loops, what we are gonna do? So I missed this main point. How could I autofy? So yeah, we have
Yeah.
been doing yeah. So we have been also doing and trying to do multiple things with autofy, as we are let's say a liquidity a portal and a DeFi protocol. There would be various things like maybe automating yields, then rebalancing your portfolios, and then maybe switching from one asset to another wherever you get the more yield. So we are kind of integrating autofy into it, and there would be multiple features, and the same as you asked Chase, right? So it would be very easier for people just in few clicks. uh, like people would be able to access those attractive loops and yields on Supralend.
Right. And also, how much of an impact or difference is it making to have a built-in block level automation?
So this plays a very important role, because so I'll tell you, not everyone is that much let's say well versed or well read with DeFi. If we want to do everything from scratch, right?
Yep.
There needs to be, let's say, a co-pilot or some helping hand on a protocol about if they want, if they have the capital but they don't know how to deploy it,
Right.
or what needs to be done, or let's say uh, like with looping I can get extra 10% APR or extra 20% APR. So all this automation on exactly the block level will create a huge impact, right from on the infra level to at the users when they will be able to use it on the front end.
Now, Hype, I would love to know what the response has been so far, whether it's your community, whether it's the Web3 community in general. Um, maybe at events or even investors, what is the response to that kind of news that you're building automatic yield loops? It sounds very exciting. So when you mention it, can you share what the response to that kind of product is and has been?
Absolutely. So as you mentioned, I guess 3 to 4 personas, right? Investors, users, community members. The response overall had been quite like exciting, because everyone knows like Supra have been like innovating, kind of building new things. But they want to now use it somewhere, like they want to apply and use it somewhere. And when we mentioned that maybe we like we are for sure gonna integrate, where you would be able to make the real use of the technology which they have built. You would be able to earn capital, you would be able to play around those features. So they got quite excited, because when we talk like there, we post demo videos, but unless and until a person doesn't earn a single dollar from that thing, they won't believe into it, right? Because they haven't tried it yet. So how will they judge on the based of demos and stuff? So here when we mention like, guys, look, we are building this and we are going to integrate. So it was a mixed things of a core technology but plus an execution level from a protocol. So it was a very amazing response. And then we are kind of like in last few weeks we were focusing on that to ship it as soon as possible. So I hope so we are able to do it live with the mainnet.
I love it. I love it. And I'm curious to know, how hard is it to build a DeFi protocol from scratch? And how have you found it building on Supra? Would it be different building on Supra than whereas be
So
building this protocol somewhere else?
So I'll tell you. So there are 2 to 3 which comes into picture, right? Once there is a, let's say, smart contract language which we use, or there are few ready modules which are available. All these things, let's say, can be worked out. But the main thing which comes into picture is, let's say, when you are stuck at a point, your devs are stuck, your team is stuck. Then who is there to help them? And I guess that is the main thing which comes into picture. Like, let's say, whenever we needed help, Supra team was there to solve our issues. I would like to give a shout out to Jatin, the guy. He has been always been there, maybe connecting us with the right person from the team, or maybe like directly like helping us to sort out the issues. So I guess the tech, the modules, a very well documentation. So this plays a very great role while shipping everything from scratch, not just DeFi protocol but any of the protocol. And the main part is like how fast your queries get solved, because once you are stuck, it takes a lot of time and effort. So it has been a very well a good experience. And then we have also suggested few things which can be let's say improved for builder. So again, it's an continuous process, right? Nothing is like, let's say, perfect directly. So overall, while we build, we took few suggestions from our own builders, and like we gave it to the Supra team. And I guess those changes can be.
Yeah, and we love that. I mean, that's why Super's getting better every day, right? It's like we have that connection with other teams in our ecosystem that are constantly giving us feedback, and we're helping them with problems. Big shout out to everybody on our engineering team and BD team. Jatin, thank you for being the hammer to the nail, for lack of better term. I see you in there constantly helping out projects. So yeah, salute to you, my man.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Jatin is such a rock star. Even Super Daddy replied in the comments. I knew he would say Jatin. What a rock star. What a
Yeah,
rock star.
absolute.
Yeah, if you guys have any questions for Hype about Supralend, what's coming, maybe the automated yield loops, just drop them in the comments in the chat. We'll get to those pretty shortly. Just someone that has made a comment on YouTube, I just have to respond to this because that's what I do. Someone's like, yo, why is there not enough people on YouTube, man? It's such a small amount of people and it's episode 40. Well, everyone's watching on X, my man. So you should maybe chill out over on X rather than, complain about why no one's with you. Anyway, so just wanted to say that we currently have 900 people watching us on X. So, it is what it is. Okay. Hype. What about this one? As a builder, so you did mention, in a way, it's the support of Supra. It's the
Yes.
response time you get from people like Jatin. But besides that, so let's take that as your number one favorite thing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
second, what is your second favorite feature about building on Supra?
So for that, I mentioned again, it's like the documentation and the modules, which let's say a chain provides to a builders, and I guess that is a very important. Let's say because Move is still very nascent, right? There are very less resources. So we legit learned, our team legit learned it from scratch, and to learn it, there should be good resources available, and I guess yeah, that was a very played and very important role in our journey.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I always like asking this question, especially to other builders with it. And I'm not a builder, but I talk with them often. So I always like to hear their response to this question because mine's a little bit different. And I'll tell you mine. What's a piece of advice for all DeFi users to know?
Yes.
Hello?
So as a
Oh, sorry.
piece of like, hello, I'm audible, right?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hello. Okay, okay. So you can you please pardon your question again? By the way, like
Yeah.
piece of
What
advice.
if you could give a piece of advice to all DeFi users, what's a piece of
Okay.
advice every DeFi user should know?
Understood. The first and foremost thing. So I am telling this from my personal experience, right? Like when eventually when I started playing around DeFi, I always had this FOMO. Like
Yeah.
FOMO, there are, let's say there are these yields. This token is going up. This token is going down. Should I go in right now? What is the right time? And and eventually any like whenever you indulge in such practices like without like properly researching it, you're for sure gonna fall. So so don't indulge into anything before learning about it, before knowing what you are getting into, because this is like a like hard earned money, right? Everyone works for it. So don't just make a bluff around it. See like if there those are legit sources, if those are legit people building it, is the infrastructure or the people hyping it are again some good are the real ones, like who have got experience of building and who are here for the longer game, not just for a single day dump story. So I guess yeah, that is one of my like one of from my experience. And eventually everyone, let's say the many I don't know, I hope like many new people would be here learning DeFi, or would be willing to try or play around protocol. So I guess yeah, there is always a way to earn money, and there is always another smart way to earn money. And it's up to you how well you read it, how well you read that opportunity, and then maybe execute it and take the action, and never fall into the trap of FOMOing, and then like just running around without any context or without any solid support or solid idea of what you are getting into. So I guess yeah, that's it.
So essentially, do your own research, not financial advice. Look into what you're investing into.
Be
Yeah,
careful. Be careful. I
Yes,
think
be careful.
that's actually like the most important thing, because people do. They're like, oh, 66% yield on Supra. Hello, I'm putting my entire life savings into that. And then wrecked, bro. Hype, you mentioned there before you said a little line. You said before I got into DeFi. I would love to know, what did you do before you became a Web3 builder? What were you doing before getting into crypto?
Absolutely. So I've been always like let's say a startup enthusiast, like trying around multiple products. I've like built an agency, which was a data backed agency, which I used to work on, and I had like few good clients and stuff. Later on, I also like built a health tech startup, like very different things like I've tried around. And from there, I got to know that there is something like a blockchain exists, right? Because it helps you basically solve many problems, which eventually a normal tech was unable to solve at that time. And from there, I got an insight into this whole new world about what is it, and what it needs, and how a product is built into the web3 ecosystem. So yeah, I guess my journey before this have been working with various like web3 companies, and also building few startups myself in the web2 world.
Wow, serial startup founder right here, man. Pretty awesome
Absolutely.
to have
Yeah,
you
yeah,
in the ecosystem. That's
yeah, yeah.
amazing.
But I would say not a serial successful one, but I failed as well. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I failed as well, but yeah, absolutely got
Hey,
learnings. And we
if you
are.
don't have failures, as a founder, you weren't really a founder. Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
absolutely,
That's right.
absolutely. That's why I specifically mentioned it. Serial founder, but not the one who has been always been successful.
Fair enough, man.
Yeah, I feel you there. So we have a pretty big audience on the SUP, as you know. We grow pretty consistently, and I think at the moment right now we have about 1,300 people watching us live. So, what would you like to say to the 1,500 super enthusiasts that are watching now, and hopefully new fans of Supralend as well? And then the 3,000 people that are going to be watching later. What would you like to tell them?
Absolutely. I would like to tell them like three things. First one, uh, we as Supralend team are like very well, like kind of doing our things, maybe right from the building end, to bringing opportunities and DeFi opportunities to users on Supra. So it would be really great if everyone will support us in the community. Already, like I've seen, there are many good people like I met until now, who have been constantly like reaching us out, giving their feedbacks, and I absolutely love it. I would love you to spam our X account, or wherever you want, if you have any feedbacks, and we are open to do it in whatever capacity we can. Second thing is, as you also know, our PBO missions are live. So you just need to go on X, follow us on X, join our Telegram, join us on Discord, and there are many more new things which would be coming on. Maybe few giveaways, or maybe few exciting announcements, like which you would see. So yeah, I guess this is it, and I would love everyone's support on it. Show your maximum love to Supralend, and all the people who are here. I for sure will ensure that you are gonna like being here on this space today was an alpha for you, and you will know why once we go live on the mainnet.
Can't wait. Can't wait to see it, man. All right, let's move on to user questions, Hype. So we got a couple of people that have asked a few questions for you. And if there is anyone else, look, we are close to time out. So if you do get a question in, get it in quick. First question comes from Valdi, whose X account says they are a Solido Toonie Doodle fan, really going for as many ecosystem projects as possible in their X account. But they want to ask this. This is an interesting one. I want to throw it out to you because it does come from a user. It might not be easy to respond to, but if you can, just do your best. They ask, how is Supralend different from, say, Solido Money, for instance? And how do you want to attract people to stake Supra in your protocol?
Absolutely. So as we mentioned, like we are not just like a normal DeFi, let's say money market, but there would be some strategies and looping which would be doing on top of it, and eventually, once the user will see a more better, let's say, like a more better offering, they will eventually come and like lend their Supra on Supralend.
Boom. Simple, baby. And the next one is going to be from Fan, who has been very active in the comments today. Hello, Fan. I hope you are doing well. And Fan's question reads, will Superland have the option to connect to other chains too, like it is, example, on Morpho or Aave?
No, like so we won't have option to connect other chains, but there are more other things with the cross, like with the I assets things, where we are experimenting a few new things. So I guess there we'll be able to tell more in the coming time.
Got it.
All right. And last one is an Anon question that has come through in my DMs. They want to know, looping in money markets is often risky, but does having built-in automation and oracles, etc., so like our full stack integration of protocols and services, does having built-in features like automation, oracles, etc., make a difference in the risk profile? So kind of speaking to how our various built-in vertically integrated features impact the balance of risk returns.
Absolutely. So I'll tell you. So AutoFi here is an absolute like uh, what I'm not unable to get the word. It is a very good use case of AutoFi here, because like it does not make looping exactly risk free as the user mentioned, right? But it for sure eliminates the most like common risk or small things nitty gritty, which a user needs to know regarding their LTV or the borrowing ratio, lending ratio, the APRs, and all the things which comes around. And with the AutoFi coming in, we would be building a very good risk engine which will help users to basically get ahead of the curve, and instead which will save them from liquidations, or maybe which will help them to auto balance their positions and maybe keep them safe from like such scenarios. So yeah, I guess like while I talking about AutoFi, I mentioned this thing as well. Like we are going to integrate this, and it's going to be proving very helpful while we would be launching looping strategies.
Boom.
Awesome. Yeah.
I
Boom,
love
baby.
it. I love it. Well, we are coming to the end of our show. I know that we usually run a little bit over. We did run through some stuff a little bit quicker this time because we've noticed a little bit of a drop off when we run these a little bit longer, and we want to keep you guys engaged. Okay, so stay around. If we go on a little tangent, just stay with us. Okay. But Hype, man, always a pleasure having you on. I can't wait to play with Supralend a little bit more. I can't wait for mainnet. So we are going to start wrapping up the show here, but are there any final questions, comments, concerns that you'd like to share with us before we go?
No, I guess I've mentioned everything, and then just a big thank you, like always, to Chase and James for having us. And maybe in the next episode, I would be here with some new advancements on Supraland. And one thing, one alpha which I would like to drop before going is mainnet is coming soon, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, let's
Just
go.
throws that out there. I thought he was going to give us.
Let me
a
drop my mic.
I thought he was giving us something. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Join us next week. Episode 41 is back. This has been the birthday edition for Chase. Get in his DMs, get in his mentions. Wish him 36 years of Chase Wenzel in this world. Wow, this world is different since he came along. Big love, guys. Catch you in the next episode. Bye. Thanks, Hype.
Peace.
Going rise, yeah, we climbing through the ranks. Supply lock tight, ain't no dumping in the banks. Taking L1 higher. Ecosystem.